The Hilliard community will come together to celebrate the life of Stevie Ray, the teen who was killed in a car crash earlier this week. The service starts at 7 at Hilliard Memorial Middle School, followed by a candlelight vigil.
At another vigil last night, friends remembered Stevie as an optimist who could light up a room.
Stevie had a smile that if he walked in the room smiling, everybody's going to smile. Even if you didn't know him and you were upset and you saw his smile, you smile.
It is a difficult loss for so many of his classmates to cope with. Students and staff, teachers, including those who fought to save the young boy's life. NBC4's Marcus Thorpe shows us how the stress from tragedies like this one can really take a toll on the first responders.
There's a tremendous amount of support for not only the staff, but also the students here at this middle school in Hilliard. And there certainly will be a lot of people that rally around this family as well. But they aren't the only ones that are impacted by this terrible tragedy. Think about those first responders who first came up to the scene and those who were investigating the death of a 14-year-old, or the 911 dispatcher on the other end of a terrible call. Where do those folks go? Law enforcement teams all around Central Ohio are turning to chaplains like Leo Conley. In this most recent tragedy, there were deputies who investigated the crash and those that had to notify family members. That can be a very stressful situation. Or take, for instance, a fatal fire recently on West Town Street, where firefighters got to a fire where 2 children died. That certainly takes a toll on many as well. And then the case of Danville officer Thomas Cottrell, gunned down with dispatchers getting 911 calls and friends of the officer arriving to find him shot to death. This all certainly adds up. And as we've seen time and time again, mental stress, it's very real with very real endings.
Any way that you can help somebody so that they're not, in a position where they become unable to function or unable to perform their duties or whatever, it's worth it.
There are critical incident stress management teams that are in place for folks like the Columbus Police Department or the Franklin County Sheriff's Office and beyond the borders here in Franklin County. Because a lot of people know that these kind of things can pop up days, weeks, and months later. They just want to make sure there's a touch point for those folks, no matter how long it takes. Reporting from Hilliard, Marcus Thorpe, NBC4.